So today is very auspicious day, Ankud festival. Yesterday we all celebrated Deepavali everywhere in the world, and today we are observing Ankud festival here in Houston. And luckily, I am in this house where Srila Gurudev used to stay for weeks and weeks and weeks. Later, I will show you after the lecture Mataji and Arun Prabhu, who served Gurudev so many ways, very close. Mataji here, she never used to address Gurudev as Gurudev. She used to address Gurudev as Father. Okay, and of course, Gurudev is spiritual father of everyone. And again, I would like to say thank you for birthday wishes. I'm not saying it's auspicious day because it's my birthday today, but it's because Ankut festival today. But I'm since morning I'm getting so many messages, so much love and affection from all of you. I'm grateful to all respected devotees. Please pray for me and may Gurudev and Krishna shower their blessings so that I can keep on serving all of you throughout my life. So, Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki jai. Yesterday, we heard about Deepavali, the appearance of Mansi Ganga. नहीं उसकी जरूरत नहीं स्पीकर जरूरत नहीं है ठीक है It's okay. No, they can hear me. It's okay, Prabhuji. So Deepavali is appearance day of Mansi Ganga, and it was Amavasya. Everywhere was dark. Krishna, with all Brajvasis, they lighted ghee lamp and worshipped Govardhan. And today, on the advice of Krishna, Nanda Baba, he ordered Brajvasis, this year we're not going to celebrate, this year we're not going to worship Indra, rather we will worship Govardhan hill. So if someone says Nanda Baba have no knowledge, he don't know any shastras, that is wrong. Bhagavatam says, Nand kim akrodh sheva mohodyam Yashoda va Mahabhaga Papo Yasya Stanam Hari. How glorious and fortunate is Nanda Maharaj. His Mahodyan, his Mahashe means very learned personality. And how fortunate is Yashoda Maya who fed Krishna with her breast milk. The Supreme Lord Krishna. Now, let us come to the pastime. Krishna is 7-year young boy. He came to Nanda Maharaj, Nanda Baba, saying, Baba, Yashoda Maya cooking so much since morning. And I'm seeing everyone is cooking so much. I can see smoke from every house. What is the matter? Is it my birthday today? No, I can say it's my birthday today. Krishna didn't say this. So Nand Maharaj said, no, Kanaya, today is not your birthday. Then why everyone is cooking so much? Are they going to celebrate something related to me? They say, no. Then what is the matter? Nand Maharaj said, Kanaya, you not understand. It's something very high. Then Krishna said, I want to understand because now I'm grown up. And I have to take over this tradition, this system in our family. I should know what's happening. Nand Maharaj said, Krishna, every year we worship the king of all demigods, Indra, because he shower rain, and we get um, uh, plenty of grass, and our cows eat those grass, and they give so much milk. That's why we worship Indra. Okay, the story is too long. I'm just giving in brief. Otherwise, Govardhan pastime goes 3 hours, and we have only 1 hour. Yeah, so short. But Krishna objected. Why my Brajavasis? Why my Nanda Baba Yashoda Maya have to worship Indra, who is an ordinary demigod? Again, what we heard yesterday about Mansi Ganga is why Nanda Baba has to go to Ganga to get purified. Ganga has to come here, and Nanda Baba will take bath in Ganga and purify Ganga. Because Tirth Kurvanti Tirthani. Wherever there is transgression of Maryada, Krishna didn't like this. As to which Bhagwan Shri Ram is Maryada Purushottam. He don't like and he never ever transgress any Maryada. The idol of Maryada. We heard yesterday the details of Ram Leela. And I did spoke in Hindi in my Bhagavad Katha, which is in the temple. I did spoke that same point what we heard in the morning yesterday. Who told Ayodhya Vasis, the residents of Ayodhya, Lord Ram is coming back? Because Bhagwan Ram, he was in Lanka. He just killed Ravan. How Ayodhya Vasis came to know Ram is coming and they have to do Deepavali to welcome him? You know the answer? I explained yesterday. And it's not the first time they observe Deepavali. Whenever Ram is coming back, after long separation, as when he went to Gurukul, he came back, Ayodhya Vasis celebrated his arrival in Ayodhya. And similarly, when Ram came after marrying Sita Devi from Janakpur, they lighted ghee lamps, and this is called Deepavali. But this is special circumstance when after 14 years of exile, when Bhagwan is coming. But my point is, who informed the residents of Ayodhya that Lord Ram is coming back? Only because of Bharat. Because Ram promised Bharat. Or we can say Bharat asked this promise from Ram, Bhagwan Ram, that if you won't come immediately after 14 years, even if you delay for one day, you're not going to see my face again. Bharat will die. So 14 years Bharat was in separation from Ram, day and night singing, chanting Ram, 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 and keeping the wooden shoes of Lord Ram on the throne of Ayodhya. So much sacrifice of Bharat Maharaj. So this promise of Bharat, because he was counting days, and exactly when 14 years over, Ravan was killed, and he came with that Pushpak Vahan, the carrier. He came back to Ayodhya, and Ayodhya Vasis celebrated Deepavali. So Deepavali has to do with Ram Leela and also have to do with Krishna Leela. Under the guidance of Krishna, they lighted these ghee lamps and offered to Giraj Govardhan, did Arati. Krishna stopped the worship of Indra. Why? The important point here is demigods, they are in a mode of goodness. There are three modes of nature: ignorance, passion, and goodness. Demigods always in the mode of goodness. Whereas the associates of Lord can be associates of Lord Ramchandra, associates of Krishna Chandra. They are not in any modes of nature. No tamasic, no rasic, no even sattvic. They are beyond these three modes of nature. They are in a nirgun state. And that is particularly known as the state of Vishuddha Sattva, beyond three modes of nature. Demigods can't, human beings can't, demons can't. Okay, so we are always in these three modes of nature, whereas the associates of Lord, they are always beyond these three modes of nature. They're situated in Vishuddha Sattva. Krishna didn't like this idea that my associates, means Nanda Maharaj, is worshipping Indra. This is transgression of Maryada. Indra has to come and worship my Brajvasis, not my Brajvasis have to worship Indra. That's the Krishna cannot. Maryada ulangan mui saite na pari. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to say, I can't tolerate the transgression of Maryada. So because Krishna saw this, and that's why he stopped the worship of Indra. This is one reason. Another reason is, that's a deep point. We human beings, we always have 18 faults. This is explained by Shri Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Sami Sindhu. 18 faults. Mos, Tandra, Brahma, Ruruksha, Kam, Ulvanam, Mad, Matsarjya, Hinsa, Khet, Parishramu, Asatyam, Akrodam, Akansha, Ashanka, Vish, Vibram, Parapeksha, Dosh, Ashto, Dishita. 18 faults. And one of that fault is Matsarjya, enviousness. Krishna being Supreme Lord, but came to this material world. The negativities of material world cannot touch the transcendentalness of Krishna. Cannot. But Krishna likes fun. He likes to play. So he himself adopted those modes of nature. Therefore he felt not good that my Brajvasis, who in so much love with me, and they're worshipping Indra, they have to worship me instead. But Krishna cannot say this, worship me, otherwise no one is going to worship Krishna, because no one believes Krishna is Supreme Lord. It's known as Laukik Sadbandhuvad Bhav, means ordinary like, family like relationship. Vrindavan is the home, his family. There is no reservations, there is no reverential mood, there is no awe and reverence there. Like a family. Therefore, Baba, why we have to worship Indra? For what reason? Oh, because Indra shower rain. But Krishna gave his points. But Baba, please tell me, those countries, those territories where no one is worshipping Indra, don't they get rain? How can they get this? How they get this rain? Demigods, they are bound to give us the results. If the karmas, if the activities are not pure and sinful, what demigods, why we have to blame them for? But if the activities, if the karmas are really good, demigods cannot stop giving, rewarding that person. They are bound to give rewards. They are assigned this task. They are karma adhin. They are submissive to the karmas. And Baba, our karmas are so pure. We are worshipping cows. We are serving cows. We are living such pure life. How can Indra has to decide if he would shower or not? I'm not impressed with this worship. So please give up this worship. No. Oh my Lala Krishna, don't say this. Indra will be angry hearing this. Then Krishna is keeping his nature. Krishna is putting his nature by wondering that I'm not like this. Anyone who worship me or don't worship me, I'm equal to everyone. Samoham sarvuteshu name dveshti asti name priya. I'm not friendly to anyone, I'm not envious to anyone, I'm equal to everyone. Whoever worship me and whoever not worship me, don't worship me, I'm equal to everyone. I supply everything to everyone in all universes, all by my order. And you saying Indra will be uh, Indra will be angry. That's not fair. That we worship him, then he'll be pleased. If we don't worship, because Krishna is saying, I'm not like this. I'm equal in all circumstances. Therefore, Nand Baba is getting little irritated because whatever Krishna is saying, although it's true, but how we can give up this system, this tradition, what we are following every year? And because Nand Maharaj is the king, he don't want any problems to come because of his decision. Therefore, he's little concerned. Even though he's getting convinced in his heart, but he is concerned. And in this way, Krishna is putting forward more and more points. Baba, I must tell you. Okay, tell me, did ever your God, Krishna is saying, did ever your Bhagwan Indra, he ever shown up? He gave you darshan? Nand Maharaj said no. You offering so many preps to him, did he ever came and show up and show on and took those offerings? No. Nand Baba said no. Then useless. This worship is useless. Nand Maharaj is scolding Krishna. What are you saying? Stop it. Krishna said, Baba, give up the worship of Indra. And Nand Maharaj became so irritated and saying, oh, if we give up the worship of Indra, then we're supposed to worship you. Krishna thought for a while, yes, supposed to be like this, but I can't tell. Otherwise, Nand Baba will twist my ears because he don't believe I'm Supreme Lord. Yeah. Anyone who hears this Govardhan pastime on this day, auspicious day, gets so much blessings from Giriraj Govardhan. Because this is exactly happened. Finally, Nand Maharaj got so impressed and pleased to hear the points which Krishna told him. Therefore, he declared, yes, this year we're not going to celebrate, worship Indra. Then everyone asked, Baba, why? So because Krishna proved that this is not fair to worship Indra. Rather, we should worship Giriraj Govardhan. Who is Giriraj Govardhan? Non-different from Krishna. Vishay Vigraha, Ashya Vigraha. Just like Baldev Prabhu is non-different from Krishna. But the functioning of Baldev Prabhu is always to serve Krishna. एक ही स्वरूप दोनों भिन्न मात्र का है. Baldev Prabhu manifested from Krishna, Krishna Balram. But what is the role of Baldev Prabhu? To always serve Krishna. The shoes of Krishna, the umbrella of Krishna, the paraphernalia, to worship Krishna, all ornaments, everything, this universe, everything manifested from Baldev Prabhu. Similarly, Giriraji is non-different from Krishna, but Giriraji is serving Krishna like Baldev Prabhu is serving Krishna. So, Nand Baba ordered, this year we are not worshipping Indra, we are worshipping Giriraj Govardhan. Everyone should bring their precious offerings to Govardhan. And when Nand Maharaj ordered this, everyone understood this is bona fide worship. They all brought their offerings to Giriraj Govardhan, and Krishna acting as a priest and guiding everyone. The worship of Govardhanji, Giriraj Govardhan, introduced by Krishna himself. That worship which is introduced by Krishna himself. What can be more big than this? That's the proof. How important is Giriraj Govardhan worship? Okay, so Krishna told everyone, let us all pay obeisances to Govardhan. And Krishna himself paying obeisances to Govardhan. And seeing him, following him, everyone also paying obeisances to Govardhan. Why Krishna is giving so much regard to Giraj Govardhan? Now there is another story Srila Gurudev used to tell every year on this day. There was one rishi called Pulastha Rishi. He used to stay in Kashi, the abode of Lord Shiva. But he found in Kashi there is no mountain, there is no hill. So he wanted to bring one hill to establish there where rishis can sit and do their meditation. Pulas Rishi, he brought Govardhan all the way from east. But Govardhan was not willing to go with him, not willing to go to Kashi, because in Kashi everyone is chanting Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham means I will become Shiva, I will become Shiva, I will become Shiva. Gurudev used to say that's totally wrong. And that's why Durga Devi, she assumed the form of Kali. You know Kali? So ferocious, taking weapons in her hand and wearing the garland, very beautiful garland, huh? The garland of skull around her neck. She's why she's killing? Gurudev used to say, those who chant this mantra, Shivoham, Shivoham, Kali cut their neck. Because she becomes so upset. Oh, uh, since to this day, you are addressing me as mother, Mother Durga, and now you're saying Shivoham. You want to become Shiva. That means you want to become my husband. I can't tolerate this. So she's cutting, cutting, and cutting, and cutting, killing everyone because everyone is chanting Shivoham, Shivoham. And then finally, Shiva wants to protect and stop this killing, and Shiva lie on the ground. So when Kali was moving, she stepped on Mahadev, Shiva. When she stepped on Mahadev, she became like this. Her tongue came out. Yeah. That's why Govardhan, he don't want to go to Kashi, but he was little concerned about what if Pulas Rishi will give me curse. So therefore he set up one condition, and the condition is, I'm I'm ready to go with you, but you don't have to keep me anywhere, because if you keep me anywhere, I will not go further. So don't keep me anywhere else. Plus Rishi said, why have to keep you anywhere else? I will just fly and establish you in Kashi. So Pulas Rishi was carrying this Govardhan hill, and on the way, when he was crossing Brajamandal, by the will of Providence, Pulas Rishi have to go for go to get fresh, to pass water. And therefore he forgot that he is not supposed to keep Govardhan on the ground, but he kept Govardhan. And after taking shower, chanting mantras, he again came to lift Govardhan, but Govardhan said, I will not go with you. I told you my condition. And Pulas Rishi said, I will curse you. Govardhan said, whatever, as much curse as you can give, I don't mind, but I will not go now. Pulas Rishi cursed Govardhan hill. I curse you. Every day you go in ground, the size of a mustard seed. The size of mustard seed, every day you will go in ground, buried in ground. And that's why now we see Govardhan is going more down, 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 down. There's one other story. Hanumanji serving Lord Ram, bringing so many big mountains for the service of Lord Ram. Hanuman pacified Govardhan, saying, "Would you like to go with me? I will throw you in water, and Lord Ram will step on you." Govardhan became so happy and pleased. "Yes, I will receive the dust from the lotus feet of Lord Ram on my head. My life will be successful." With this mood, Hanumanji was carrying Govardhan, but when he was flying over Brajmandal, uh, there was an announcement, aerial voice. "The bridge is completed. The bridge connecting India to Lanka, Ram Setu, is completed. So no need to bring any more hills or mountains or stones or any other thing. Wherever you are, just keep it there." Hanumanji was trying to keep Govardhan on the ground, but Govardhan crying, "Hanumanji, why are you keeping me here? I want to serve Lord Ram. My life would have been successful if Lord Ram stepping on my head." But Hanumanji said, "No, Govardhan, the bridge is complete. We can't transgress the order of Ram because he said, Prabhu Ram said, don't misutilize the nature. Whatever is essential, we will use. But whatever is not essential, we will not use. Just keep it there." In this way, Hanumanji, he pacified Govardhan. If you wait for some time, then you will get the service of Krishna. You get the service of Krishna, and there is no difference between Ram and Krishna. Same personality, same Supreme Lord. You see, these are two stories. So Krishna fully knows about this story. How Pulas Rishi or cursed to Govardhan, and Govardhan is happily accepting this curse. So for the sake of serving Krishna, this is the important point here. For the sake of serving Krishna, Govardhan accepted that curse. And now Krishna is reciprocating Govardhan by making him worshipped by everyone in the entire world. Even to this day. Okay, 5,000 years back it happened. Even to this day, people from all over the world, they come and worship Govardhan Maharaj. Do parikrama to Govardhan Maharaj. Perform Abhishek. So much milk and yogurt is just uh, utilized to perform Abhishek of Govardhan Maharaj. That's why Krishna, he knows this, how Govardhan is for him, sacrifice for serving Krishna, how he did so much sacrifice. And now Krishna is reciprocating Govardhan by serving him. So he paid obeisances, and following him, all Brajvasis paid obeisances. Krishna, he did arati to Govardhan. And then Krishna requested, "O Govardhan Maharaj, Brajvasis brought so much for you. Please accept this." And this festival is known as Ankut. An means food preps, and Kut means hill. So there was hill of puris, hill of pakoras, hill of malpua, gulab jamun, rasgulla, halwa. Yummy. Yes. Sweet rice, dal, curry, chickpea, rajma, pasta, pizza, cake. And in Holland, they Maya, she make Paramhansa and cassava. So many, everything. Big hill of, it's called Ankut festival. Okro, Karela, dal, jeera rice, everything. And Krishna, he requested his own form, Govardhan. Hey Govardhan Maharaj, please accept this. And what everyone saw, huge form of Krishna manifested from that, from hill, Govardhan hill. Huge form. All Brajvasis stuck with wonder and looking, what? So big? We never realize. Govardhan is always in our Brajmandal. We never realize that Govardhan is worthy of worship and worthy of seva. But today we are seeing this. Wow, what a miracle. So Krishna requested Govardhan, Maharaj, please accept. Long arms came out from Govardhan and accepting, mm, eating everything. Gurudev used to show like this. Eating everything, eating everything, eating everything. And in few minutes, Govardhan finished everything. He said, Anore, Anore, Anore. Bring more. I'm still hungry. Bring more. Krishna said, you see how our Giraj Maharaj is so pleased to all of you. So go and get more. He's still hungry. Brajvasis, so enthusiastic, ran to their homes, brought so many other food preps, again kept there, and Giraj Maharaj again started eating. Anore, Anore, bring more, bring more, bring more. Anore means that's a Braj Bhasha. ब्रज में ऐसा बोलते हैं. Anore, Anore मतलब और ले आओ. Bring more. So again Giraj, he accepted everything. Now again Giraj said Anore, Anore. So that village is known as Anyor Gram, where this pastime happened. In this way, Giriraji accepted everything. Krishna requesting Brajvasis to bring more. But they said, no, everything is finished. We don't have anything. Please settle down your Giriraj. And Krishna smiled. And he took a tulasi and he offered. Idam tambulam, please satisfy. And Giriraj Maharaj said, Tripto asmi, I'm satisfied, I'm satisfied, I'm satisfied. Everyone was so happy and glad. Oh, our offerings, we are poor Brajvasis, but our offerings are accepted by Girirajji. They were so happy. But the friends of Krishna, the Sakhas of Krishna, they are very sad, very morose. Like this. Krishna said, what happened? Why you're so sad? The Sakha said, Kanhaiya, shall we tell you the truth? Say, why not? See, in early years, under the guidance of Nanda Maharaj, the worship of Indra was better than this worship. Krishna said, why? Because when Nanda Maharaj used to offer to Indra, all food preps as prasad always stay there. But your Giriraj Govardhan eaten everything. There is no prasad for us. That's why we are sad. Krishna said, oh, you don't know the glories of our Giriraj. He accepts, but then he gives prasadam 3 times more than it is offered. More prasadam. But Sakha said, when he's going to give prasadam, Krishna said, he's little shy because you all are looking at him. If you close your eyes, I will request Giriraj to give you prasad. So all of you should close your eyes. All of you here on the screen, close your eyes. Yes. So when all Brajvasis close their eyes, some friends were looking like this, some Sakhas like this. They're looking, what's the magic about? Krishna said, no cheating. If you do like this, Govardhan will not give you prasad. And in this way, Giriraji, Sakhas, they all close their eyes. Seriously, they close their eyes. They understood the gravity of this offering. And then Krishna prayed, Giriraj Maharaj, please give us prasad. And they saw 3 times more prasad. 1:3 ratio. So never think when you offer something, it will finish. It grow more and more and more. And prasad means the remnant of Supreme Lord. The remnant means all the qualities of Krishna is present in that prasad. So what modes of nature is that? Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun? No. Nirgun state. In this way, so much prasadam is there. Now sakhas are jumping. They want to eat that prasad. Krishna said, no, no, you can't eat that prasad unless you have to do Govardhan Parikrama. So let us all go for Govardhan Parikrama. On this day, with Srila Gurudev in Govardhan, we always used to do Abhishek of Govardhan. Everyone carrying baskets on their head and offer so many preparations to Govardhan and singing. मैं तो गोवर्धन को जाओ मेरे वीर नाई माने मेरो मनवा मैं तो गोवर्धन को जाओ मेरे वीर नाई माने मेरो मनवा नाई माने मेरो मनवा नाई माने मेरो मनवा मैं तो गोवर्धन को जाओ मेरे वीर नाई माने मेरो मनवा. And then other singing. श्री गोवर्धन महाराज महाराज तेरे माथे मुकुट विराज रहो. I'm going to sing in the evening in the temple. We have Govardhan Puja in the evening. Acha. Because time is short. So, in this way, Krishna, he arranged the parikrama. He told Sakhas, we have to do parikrama. Say, really? How long we have? 7 miles. Sakha said, that's not a problem, we can do the parikrama. But what if we go around Govardhan and the monkeys will come and take all prasadam? Nothing will be left for us to eat. Krishna said, no, monkeys are also going with us. All animals, birds, everyone will do parikrama. And exactly that happened. All Brajvasis together performing Govardhan Parikrama. And very nice setup of Govardhan Parikrama is arranged. What is the setup? Brahmins chanting Vedic mantras right in the beginning, in their own section. Behind Brahmins were the cows. Behind calves, the cows. Behind the group of cows, then Nanda Baba and all his friends. Behind Nanda Baba and friends, his Gopas, is Krishna and his Sakhas. Behind them, Yashoda Maya and all the Gopis. Followed by Radharani and the Gopis. In this way, everyone in their own group in this section, singing, dancing, chanting. Transcendental emotions were manifesting in them while performing Govardhan Parikrama. But many also, on this day when they do Govardhan Parikrama, many emotions also come. Many people start crying, many people fall. Why? They get tired. And they're asking, how long more we have to walk? 7 miles we can't walk. They started crying, rolling on the ground. Or some fall and sleep there. In this way, Govardhanji, Parikrama was performed. And everyone accepted so much prasadam. Some other time, I will speak in detail, each and every detail. But for that, I need minimum 2.5 hours. Yeah. And I think I've explained many times this past time. So many devotees, they heard from me. But today I'm just respecting this pastime by speaking in brief. In this way, Govardhan Parikrama is performed. Everyone glorified Govardhan Maharaj. They accepted prasadam. And then they returned home. And Gurudev used to explain, Govardhan cannot be a male person. Because Pramada Madana Leela Kandare Kandarate Rachayati Navayono Dandamasmi Namada Iti Kil Karlanath Lagna Kastya Devarame Nij nikat nivasam dehi ko vardhanatam. There's so many caves where the intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna takes place. Govardhan Maharaj gives so many fruits, flowers, trees, and so many facilities for Brajvasis to enjoy there. So, in this way, everyone understanding the glories of Govardhan Maharaj, respecting him, glorifying him, worshipping him. Gurudev used to ask, then what is the Swarup, the form of Govardhan Maharaj? Is he a male or a female? So many devotees come forward with many different reasoning. But Srila Gurudev used to explain, Govardhan Maharaj is, he cannot be male. Cannot be male. Why cannot be male? Because wherever the intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna is happening, a male person cannot be there. Cannot. So then who is Govardhan? The heart of Radharani. The heart of Radharani. In a way to serve Krishna. Her everything is to serve Krishna. Her every mood is there to serve Krishna. So Govardhan is Sakhi of Radharani or heart of Radharani. And there were a lot of discussions about this when Gurudev used to ask different devotees about this. So very good example. Just I said, in this house, Gurudev used to come and he used to stay here. माता जी अभी भी वो रूम है ना ऊपर गुरु जी का अभी दिखाऊंगा सबको दिखाने ले जाऊं अभी तो उसमें सामान होगा ना अच्छा anyway still that room is there but it's locked but I will show you afterwards the swing I already showed you that swing where Gurudev used to sit and this right here in this sofa Mataji is telling. So my question is and question to Mataji also when Gurudev was at staying your home what you used to because she is very fond of cooking and Gurudev used to like her cooking. So on Ekadashi day, would Gurudev prefer to eat rice, puris, then Ekadashi Prasad, right? So Mataji is saying yes, she used to cook Ekadashi Prasad for Gurudev. When he used to stay in his room, he is following Ekadashi fasting. But she has one temple here, very nice. Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Radha, Krishna, very nice, beautiful temple. One whole room is a temple. And in that temple, even on Ekadashi day, grains can be offered because Bhagwan Krishna, Ekadashi is not for them. They don't need to fast. So there's some confusion of some devotees around the world that on Ekadashi day we are not supposed to offer rice to the deities. That's not right. We are not supposed to eat grains, but we are supposed to cook something special on Ekadashi day. Something, puris, some rich food, rice, pakoras, etc. Okay, so when in the altar, in your temple, in your home, etc., when you're offering all these food grains to the deities, and there's a system, after that you have to offer to Gurudev. While Gurudev is present in your house, you can't offer grains to him. But when you are doing offering in your altar, you're offering to Krishna and then afterwards you have to offer to Gurudev there. What? The same crepes, grains. What is this meaning? When Gurudev in the room, he's in a sadhak form. Even though he's eternal associate of Lord, but he's showing as a sadhak. But in the altar, the picture of Gurudev is his eternal form, his Swarup in Golok Vrindavan. He is serving Bhagwan there with his spiritual form. And what we see in the room is his sadhaka form. That's why as sadhak, I don't mean sadhak like we are sadhak. I'm not saying that, but he's showing how to perform sadhan to us, even though he's eternal liberated personality. So he will never eat rice, but at the altar, if we offer, there is no harm, and he accepts there. That means at the altar, the picture of Gurudev, even though male form, but actually he's female there. Female means maid servant of Radharani, Radha Dasi. She's Radha Dasi there. So they are not following Ekadashi there. Understand? But as Gurudev, he follow Ekadashi. Krishna never follows Ekadashi. You ever heard Krishna observing Ekadashi fasting? But Mahaprabhu is following Ekadashi. Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but the mood is devotee mood, devotee form. So Giriraj Govardhanji also cannot be male, even though he's non-different from Krishna. But similarly, Radharani is also non-different from Krishna. Understand? She manifested from Krishna. What's the difference between Radha and Krishna? Shakti, Shakti, Matora, Bheda. Same thing. Just like light and heat in the fire. How can you separate light and heat from fire? Inseparable. Similarly, who is Radharani? Not different from Krishna, but what is her role? Always serve Krishna. Similarly, Giriraj Govardhan is Haridas Varje. Not different from Krishna, but with the mood of serving Krishna and all the Brajavasis, just like Radharani. That's why Krishna is very fond of Govardhan. The best of all worship, Govardhan Parikrama. Every day, whoever remembers Govardhan every day, or while chanting your mantras, or while chanting on your beats Maha Mantra, if you go around Govardhan Parikrama with your mind, you get the result of doing Govardhan Parikrama with your mind. That's something very amazing in this Kali Yuga, because we are full of lust, anger, greed, shortcomings. Any sinful thought come in the mind, we don't get reactions for that unless we do that. But any service we think in our mind, immediately we get the result with that. So you can do as much as you can. You can do 4 times Govardhan Parikrama in your mind. No one can stop you, and it will happen in 10 minutes with your mind. That needs practice. Every day when we chant mantras, we should go Govardhan, pay obeisance to Govardhan, pour water, milk on Govardhan, put tulasi, flower, and just go around. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. In 20 minutes, Govardhan Parikrama done. If you want to do fast. But if you relax, you have time, you're chanting 2 hours, sitting in one posture, and if you have seen Govardhan very closely, so each and every step, so many pastime, places of pastimes there, can go Govardhan Parikrama every day. Srila Gurudev, he used to go morning walk. This is Govardhan Parikrama. He's meditating on Govardhan Maharaj. Everyone, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, Nirupadi Karunena, Sisachinandanena, Toika Pati Shatopi Tat Priyatpanotusi, Iti Khalu Mama Yogya Yogya Tam Tamam Grinam, Nijani Kata Nivasam Dehi Govardhanatam. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami always. Shri Sanatana Goswami every day performing Govardhan Parikrama, every day without failure. Even when he came to his advanced age, he can't walk. Krishna appeared in front of Sanatana Goswami and told, Sanatana, no need to do Govardhan Parikrama anymore. Why are you troubling yourself? Just no need to do any Govardhan Parikrama. You already got perfection. But Sanatana Goswami still he was doing Govardhan Parikrama every day. Even at the end of his final pastime, his life in this world, and he left this material world on Guru Purnima day, and that's why all Brajvasis, they shave on Guru Purnima, and in remembrance of Sanatan Goswami, they do Govardhan Parikrama. You know how many people on Guru Purnima day? 5 million people. Govardhan Puja, Parikrama, 5 million. On that day, if you go there, you don't have to walk. Just stand there and people will just push you and they will take away. 5 million people. Sometimes the pandas there, they said 7 million. This many people. But they don't know the reason why we have to do Parikrama on Guru Purnima day. In remembrance of Sanatan Goswami, who used to do Govardhan Parikrama every day. And Krishna felt so much compassion, he played on his flute, the Govardhan Shila melted, the footprints of Krishna impressed on that, and Krishna said, Sanatan, just do 4 parikrama of this Shila, Govardhan stone, and you get the result of performing Govardhan Parikrama. But still Sanatan Goswami was doing every day Govardhan Parikrama. So in this way, Krishna also performed Govardhan Parikrama along with his associates. He is the one who set up this trend. And since then, 5,000 years, everyone is following. So I'm just keeping here. Time over. The rest we will hear in the evening if you are awake. In many countries, it's going to be midnight. But I'm not sure it can be English or it can be Hindi because many English-speaking devotees coming for this festival today. So let's see, according to what is the ratio. I may speak Hindi, I may speak English, or I will speak some other time in detail. But we already heard about the Ankud festival that invoke all auspiciousness. And I pray for myself, pray for all of you, to Srila Gurudev, to entire Guru Parampara, to Shri Giriraj Maharaj, to Shri Radha Krishna, Mahaprabhu, Sita Ram Lakshman, Hanumanji. Please bless us. Please bless us. We are very weak in our practices. We are imbibed by the laws of this nature of this material world. And that's why sometimes people get doubtful. Do God exist? They ask this question. Yeah. But please give us strength to know you, to serve you throughout our life. Life is short. It can go, it can end any moment. Okay. Bolo Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Shri Ankud Mahotsav ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaur Vimanande Hari Hari Bol. So all of you